Hello golfers, welcome back. We are going to discuss controlling the curve on the golf ball with the simplest method you've ever seen. Let's get after it. I took a trip to my favorite golf training aid store, the toy store, and found 3 little Nerf basketballs. We're going to use them in a very, very cool manner, and it's so simple. Did you ever think that your job as a golfer is to create a predictable curve on the golf ball? Well, I'm here to tell you, I think it is, and straight's just another curve. That said, some of you may be unhappy slicers, some of you may be unhappy hookers. None of you are upset with hitting it straight though, are you? So let's talk about how to use these balls to change the curve that's on your golf ball. The shot shown on the screen is a standard draw. Now, folks, listen, I've had a little shoulder situation. This is not going to be very fast swinging. This is what you could only call a very lovely draw. We've got 12 feet of curve, but let's explain how it worked. Number one, my face angle was 0.3 degrees to the right. We're going to call that pretty darn straight. Isn't that fair? The club path was, now this is a technical term for you, mo-righta. So the face was a little tiny bit to the right, which should make the ball want to take off a little right. The path was farther to the right, better known as mo-righta. Well, the golf ball is going to take off 0.8 degrees to the right because the ball doesn't take off exactly at the face direction. It's between the face and path, just a lot closer to the face than the path. Now, because the face was also 3 degrees to the left of the path, that's why the ball curves left on a solid strike. Okay? Took off very close to the face, but in between. Curved basically opposite the path relative to the face. When you're getting a lot of curve, you have a lot of difference. Little curve, little difference. Let me show you. Alrighty, in this case, I hope you can see that the club face was just a smidgen left, almost square again, 0.7. But the club path was 8 to the right. Now it took off very straight, 0.6 degrees, because again it launches well closer to the face than the path. But because I had a big difference between face to path, I got 3 times almost more curve than the other one. Now in this case, this is how simple it's going to be. Dunigan, your golf club is rubbing across this ball too far this way. Okay. Now, I would know that because I have the data. There's another case where the club face is just too closed. That ball would take off very left first. Okay. The same thing applies. So we know we're brushing across the ball too much. What I want you to do is go, okay, fine. Can you possibly brush the exact opposite way? Sometimes to learn, you need to do it different. Not a little different, a lot of different, because your feel sucks and so does mine. Let's be real, okay? So I'm going to make this ball spin. I'm visualizing the club going this way across. I'm not going to change my aimitude, another technical term. I'm going to aim nice and square. I'm just going to make my club go across the ball this way and see if I can rotate the golf ball. It will be in a clockwise fashion. You know what? That's going to look like this, folks. I'm going to take my normal backswing, perhaps. I could change the backswing, but now I felt like my golf club was coming across the ball that way, like a big old slice. Let's test that feel. It sort of helps to visualize it with the lines on the golf ball, especially if you've played other sports. All right, same aim, Dunigan. We're going to cut across it the opposite way. Spin the ball this way. Enough with that hook you got. Ain't you had enough of that yet? Yes, I have. You're going to get an attempt. You're going to go like this. But then again, you didn't do it. I tried to, but it still drew. It didn't have a lot of curve, 11 feet of curve, still drew. So you go like this. Who's the greatest golf teacher ever lived? It's Goldilocks. It's still too hot, Dunigan. You need to get this sucker going too cold the opposite way. Exaggerate to make it great. Ooh, I just hit what felt like a tomahawk fade. I got the axe in my hand. I just went like this to that golf ball. My club path was only 4 to the left. But the face was Morita. Sorry. You ought to see this in private lessons. It's pretty humorous. Okay, the face was 3 degrees to the left, so the ball launched 3 degrees to the left. Right, almost the same, 2.8, launch 3.0. The path was lefter. The face was officially 1 whole degree to the right of the path. So the ball curved 3 whole feet to the right. Is that cool? Now you could take this exact same thing if you were an unhappy slicer. You could go, hey, you know what? See yourself. You're doing this to the golf ball. Now wait a minute. What if you're one of them slicers where the face is just open? Check your grip for the 195th time. Check your grip. You've been slicing it, definitely show yourself what it looks like. I'm sliced across the back, left path. Now, you know what I want you? I want you to slice across the back the opposite way. You're holding the damn stick, folks. It's not rocket science. Let's go crazy across the ball that way. And I could just feel that golf club brushing across the back of it rather than trying to hit it too straight. Try to hit it the opposite path. Go nuts with it. Yes, if your face goes with your path, it's going to go over that way. Different lesson. I have plenty of lessons on that. Check the whole backlog of YouTubes. Very importantly, I'm not yet even considering how I'm doing this. I'm just taking my tool and brushing this way. Take my tool and brush more that way. I'm not thinking about how to do it. I'm just taking the thing. And by the way, if you could feel this club head in your hands, it wouldn't suck, folks. You gotta make sure that this becomes part of you rather than an alien. Okay, now I'm gonna give it a bunch of path, folks, because it's fun to do. Oh my goodness gracious. 7 path. Yikes, and I put the opposite spin on it. But dear golfer, don't stop there, Goldilocks. You know what? I'm gonna put this up this way. Now, Dunigan, I want you to hit straight through the back of this. We're going to hit this thing and smush it straight. That's going to feel like this, maybe. All right, we're going to check that feel like. That felt like my club head, the weight on the end of the stick, went very straight. Let's go test our theory. What a lovely way to practice the golf. A little practice variability. There's going to be an app for that. It's coming, folks. What'd I get there? Ooh, I got the path very straight, 1 degree through the golf hole, but I didn't quite get the face to it. Huh, okay, cool. Visualize. That might be pretty straight right there, folks. Oh, 5 feet of right curve. More than straight enough for me. If you'll do this little Goldilocks process, we're going to call it practice variability because it sounds fancier, but for me, I like Goldilocks better. Use the tool. You can do the exact same thing with, hey, what's too closed? What's too open? What's somewhere in the middle? You will get so good at using the tool that people will stop calling you a tool when you're playing golf with them. Get after it.